Hello everyone on YouTube. Welcome to Marvel Snap Zone group coaching number 11, I think. Today we're gonna try to break the stalemate that has been kind of growing since Alioth joined the game, with Team Alioth on one side, Team Loki on the other side, and every other deck kind of being a ref in this battle. So tonight we're gonna try to use all the concepts that we've covered during all the different coachings and see if there's something in the current metagame that we could abuse, or if we can't, maybe try to find a deck that we could like leverage among the better ones. Like, is there one that is better than the others? Why? And things like this. So we're gonna start with our usual blank sheet of paper, so we can write down whatever we want. And of my screen. So I'll just write the current situation so we're all okay with it. Let me know if it's not big enough. Probably.
We can't see it yet.
Well, it's blank. You should have a blank sheet right now.
Oh, sorry. I'm not watching the stream. My bad.
So, we're gonna rank things two ways. We're gonna rank them based on popularity, and we're gonna rank them based on power. And the first thing we're gonna check is, does popularity match power? So we have Loki, we have Wolf Doomwave. If any of the names doesn't feel clear enough and you're not sure which deck we're talking about, feel free to interrupt me. We have Ramp, we have Pure Galactus, and I'm gonna add Doomwave in it because it's not as popular, so I'll put it a little down. But it's using the same concepts as these three here, so they're touching other decks and they're giving ideas. And then if we're talking about power, so I'm just gonna take the numbers that I use for the Conquest tier list. This is not my personal opinion. But we can discuss power. I mean, we can't really discuss popularity. These are just number, but we can discuss like whether we're okay with power or not. So power puts decks, I think, in this order. Something like this. So first, does anyone have a question or wants to react to this assessment of the metagame? Like, is there anything that feels odd?
I'm really surprised that people find Loki so high. I just, I've been very surprised by that.
Okay, why?
I mean, I understand the concept. In matchups that I faced it hasn't proven super stellar. I've listened to some people comment about it, about how it being like overpowered and this and that, and it's breaking everything. And I've just never, I'm again, like I said, in matchups I've seen it does some nice things, but it doesn't seem to be overzealous compared to other decks that also do nice things. So
I mean, if you look at the popularity and the power, Loki is basically the further from like his popularity compared to its power. Like, if popularity would reflect which deck are better, almost every deck except Galactus is close to where it's supposed to be in popularity, except for Loki, which goes from first to fourth. Otherwise, Doomwave, Ramp are in the exact same order, and Move Doomwave is behind them, like, same. So it's really Loki and Galactus, which are much higher in popularity than they are in power. Although, like, basically these decks are like top 5, 6 in both metrics. It's just in popularity they're crushing everyone else, while in power they're more like in the mix of things. All right, so we're gonna go through keywords. Make sure we're talking about the thing. So we have Loki, and the other thing is Alioth, Wave, Doom. Then we have Galactus, Wave, Doom. Oh no, it's Galactus, Wave, Alioth, my bad. We have other packages which are like very key. Loki just plays Loki. Wolf Doom Wave doesn't play Alioth, but it's basically here. Ramp, all of the above. Both. Your Galactus is here. And Move Wave actually uses all these. These are the three packages. I guess we can mix something. So now, the first big question that we have to answer is, why are these two packages the more important one? The more important right now? And usually, there are three possible scenarios. Scenario number one is they're just actually the two most powerful things you can do right now. Scenario number two is one package is really good and the other is trying to counter it. And scenario number three is the opposite. So number two would be Loki's so good that everyone's trying to counter it, and Alioth Wave Doom is the way to counter it. And the other would be Alioth Wave Doom is way too strong, and Loki is kind of the counter. So, to you guys, which scenario do you think is happening right
I personally think that Loki is the stronger option, and the Wave plus other thing package is trying to limit it.
Okay, so to you, Loki is the base, and the second one is benefiting from Loki being so popular. Am I understanding this?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay. Does anyone have a different opinion?
Not different, maybe parallel. I think that Alioth, Wave, Doom, Galactus are all in a way comfort plays because they give you ways to reverse the game on turn 6. And so they're kind of ways to deal with an unpredictable meta in very, very strong turn 6 ways, or to stop others. That doesn't necessarily mean they're stronger, it just means, or even that they're a reaction to Loki. It's just, this is the new version of comfort.
Okay, so you would be more on the scenario that both packages are really strong, just for different reasons.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Does anyone have another opinion?
I think I would argue. I mean, I would say that I think you can. Well, looking at kind of the counters, I guess Wave is an attempt to counter Loki, but I think Alioth is his strength. I think Alioth's ability to shut down entire turns and render backup or counter plays completely obsolete. I think that is the strongest deck, or that is the strong, and everything else is trying to mimic or work around that card.
So you would say, like, so Loki is an important card, Alioth is the important card, and then Wave, Doom, Galactus are basically what Collector and the rest of the deck are to Loki?
Well, I would say that, okay, so in my experience, when I was playing Galactus, Galactus was winning. And then when I mirrored, Loki was the counter mirror for the Galactus, because you tried to play the Galactus card, you could play the Galactus cards faster than the Galactus player could if you hit the right packages. So I guess I still feel strongly that Galactus is kind of defines, I mean, he's been defining gameplay, and everyone's trying to keep that from becoming the primary deck.
Okay, so to you, it's the Alioth package is the strong one, and Loki's used as a reaction to this one.
Yes.
Okay. Trafalgar, you wanted to say something?
Uh, I was about to say nearly the same thing as Bishop. For me, yeah, Wave is obviously counter to Loki, but if Loki player is expecting a wave, he can play around it. And all the other cards, I feel like just if Loki steal them, he will just do the same thing as us, but just better, you know. So I feel like that. I don't feel like that Alioth, Doom, and Galactus are a good answer to Loki.
Yeah, well, it was more of a package, but I could have had here Loki Collector. Okay, so we have a lot of different opinions, actually. Everyone is... Like, we didn't have 4 different opinions, but I think we had 3 different opinions. Everyone had kind of a different scenario in mind. To me, I feel like both packages are just the 2 strongest in the game right now, but they're very different. Like, Loki fits flexible players which are able to adapt on the fly much better, while Alioth, Wave, that kind of stuff is slowly becoming the new Shuri, in my opinion. It's just a deck that you look at your hand and you already know where you're going, and that can bring a lot of comfort to a lot of people. Then the relationship between the two, I'm not really sure, because I think you can do it both ways. Like, Wave counters Loki on turn 5, but Loki on turn 3 can do what Galactus does a turn earlier, as it was said. So I don't really know if there's a relationship between the 2 packages, and both can beat each other depending on the understanding and the level of play of the pilot. So how could... Let me know if you agree with what I'll be right, because probably the most difficult one. Does something like this work for everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the $1,000,000 question that I have 2 hours to answer. Can we do anything about this? And when I say anything, is there something that can be good enough against both that it would become a good idea to run?
I feel like there's maybe a clue on the left side of the diagram that move Doomwave seems to be really low on the popularity compared to the other ones, but much stronger than its popularity.
Yes. But in the end, like, Move Doomwave is basically like an Alioth Wave Doom deck. It doesn't have Galactus, but then it has the Move package, which is really good against Galactus. But it kind of falls in the category where if Loki is played on turn 3, your opponent can wrestle priority out of you, and they actually wave into Doom or wave into Alioth. But alright, so before we try to end... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, so like I said, I was running a deck that was a Galactus strong Alioth deck, and it ran Loki. And so in the mirror, if I ran into Galactus, I just played Loki on 3 and had not only their cards faster, but also duplicates, right? I could play Alioth on 5 and Alioth on 6, for instance, sometimes. So I thought that worked really well in general.
Okay, so your idea would just be like play both. How would that work? I just built RAM to illustrate. How would that work?
Let's see. I'm trying to think what I removed on what was out on 3 that I put in. I posted it for use over. I have to open my deck to read the list, but I can do that real quick.
I can build.
You know, as I'm looking at this, I hate to say it, but junk seems like a good counter to both. It obviously blocks Galactus moves, and if Loki needs space to pull off the copying, and if you've already filled lanes, there's just not place to play the Cable or Agent Coulson, that kind of thing.
Okay. I could see that. Like I believed it was for a while, but I feel like against Loki Collector, if they play Collector, you just auto lose that lane. And like there was just a lot of okay, Galactus. What is John doing? This it was more of a pure Galactus. That was Loki. This is Loki. Here. Public. X. Death. So no Chavez. Not trying to increase consistency. I'll put Chavez in. To be honest, I don't really understand why Yondu is in the deck. But one thing we could do is have Snowguard in the deck, because that can help Galactus with annoying locations, and it works with Loki because it gives more cards. So, would something like this be okay? Is it close to your idea, Bishop? Does it fit the team?
I mean,
Sorry, I didn't understand.
sorry, I had the mic backwards. I forgot who it came from originally. I didn't have Snowguard initially, so I don't know if Snowguard was in it or not. I just didn't have it until last week. So yeah, no, like I said, I thought that worked. I thought this worked pretty well.
Okay.
With the 3 different choices, especially with Professor X. As long as, and like I said, if you saw something doing the same thing, you played Loki, and you just tried to do it faster.
Okay. So if we take the chart back, so we're basically mixing both. So we have both, and we're kind of trying to do both counter things, right? We're trying to be like counter to counter. Now my question is, so I understand why it can be good against Galactus, because Loki increases your odds at stealing a Galactus and Alioth or something like that. But against a Loki Collector deck, isn't that a risk to run Loki yourself? Because if they steal it, they just have a billion power Collector.
Again, I just seemed to win against it. I don't know if it was the level of Loki Collector players I was playing. I just ignored the Collector lane, and then Galactus or Alioth on the final turn and finished off the game. So again, it wasn't the things that was more dangerous to me. I think were like Shuri decks, or sometimes Destroyer was could be a pain in the butt. But you know, but that's just what I found. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that that's not where I ran into opposition from.
I mean, we could start with trying this and see like how it works. Like, I'm curious to hear from the others. Like, what does everyone think of the idea of including Loki into Galactus and just saying, well, there are two really strong things in the metagame. Let's just do.
When you've got two really strong decks and you don't know you're going to face, trying to figure out if you can integrate them is a good play. Just do either one better. But there's also, I'm still thinking about ways that you could block both. So I might chime in more on that one.
Okay, so let's. I'm gonna say do both. Do we want to explore the counter both line now? So we had junk, right, as an offer.
Yeah, it is. And I also wonder if something like an ongoing strategy where you get Cosmo, copy Cosmo in a second lane with Mystique, then you can't do the goblins, you can't do Alioth, you can't do Galactus, and you can't do Loki. And so then if you're built around buffing ongoing cards, it seems like you may have shut out both.
I feel like the concept works, but the reality doesn't, because you lock down on turn 3 with Cosmo, Mystique comes down on turn 4, you locked 2 lanes, and you probably don't have priority because Mystique is a 0 power play, so they just play Loki on the 3rd lane.
Mm.
Alright, so the do both was fairly easy to build, we'll say. Let's go back to the chart and see if we can find something to counter both. So, here we'll do what we did in the past, which is the little matrix with the strength. Well, it's just going to be strength and weakness. Opportunities and threats, that's what we're trying to figure out, so if we know them, we don't work. The thing is, it seems like these decks don't have that many. So. Yes. Strength. And weaknesses. Alright. So, right now what we're trying to find is the strength and weaknesses of both. So we need to find something that is common both Loki and Galactus, Alioth, kind of stuff. Because it's important not to focus too much on Galactus, because Galactus is one of the decks. But like Evolve Doomwave isn't playing Galactus, Move Doomwave isn't playing Galactus, and Ramp plays Galactus, but it plays it as a plan B. So countering Galactus, if that's all we're doing, there are 3 out of the 4 like Alioth decks which don't actually care too much about it. So, what kind of common? Sorry, go ahead.
No, please.
I was just gonna say, what kind of common strength and weaknesses can we find to these?
Strengths, it seems like both of them are good at seizing priority quickly and kind of getting a runaway game, like you were just talking about in response to ongoing.
It's mostly they're really good at abusing it more than seizing it. So. Okay, weaknesses, I remember you mentioned space.
Mm.
Okay. What else do we have that would work for all these decks? I could put the decks on screen, by the way.
One of the main strengths that is kind of defining the meta is how Shang-Chi is kind of not the best versus either of these decks.
Okay, but Shang-Chi is starting to just fade away, I feel like. I haven't seen that much Shang-Chi lately.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's because it's bad against both of these decks, but Shang-Chi is like an easy answer to slot into decks. Like, your other two options are Shadow King and Valkyrie to take down the power, and that requires a lot more deck building.
Okay. I'll write it this way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Something like that.
Yeah, looks good.
Okay. What else could we have? Especially in the weaknesses. Like, we all know these decks are good. We need to find a weakness.
I think one of the weaknesses is that they declare themselves very early.
You mean
It seems that
they're easy to recognize? Or
yeah, they're easy to recognize. I mean, if Loki is doing its thing, you know by turn one, turn two, if they're on their nut, right? Because you're going to see.
I agree for Loki. I don't necessarily agree for the Alioth web. I mean, look at the deck you built, or this is Electro Ramp. Like,
Right.
when they go Nebula into Jeff, how can you tell what deck you're facing? That's like 7 decks in the current metagame. Like, Nebula into Jeff is probably the most common opener in the current game. We only know, like, on turn 3 when Electro comes down, or
Wave.
the other deck, yeah, or Wave, or here, but
I guess it always seems like the goblins always proceed too. They're always like
yeah,
on
but
their
the
way
goblins
out. But
are on like on turn 4. I feel like on turn 4 I know pretty much any deck in the metagame. Like, which deck is still hidden on turn 4? I would be really curious if there's actually one, because Discord, you know it by turn 2. Like, I could just let's take a tier list and get it. Like, if there are actually decks that are hard to spot. So, move Alioth is, well, move, you know it pretty early. Like, you see Craven, you see Angela, you see Nightcrawler. Cerebro 5, you know it pretty early, except if their turn 2 is Lizard. Stature, you know it pretty early because you see Korgon turn 1. Loki Collector, we know it with Quinjet. Evolve Doomwave is the Nebula. Well, there's Sunspot and Misty Knight, which you can recognize early on. But Sunspot and Misty Knight don't tell you the precise archetype. Like, Sunspot could be a ramp deck, could be an Inchinot deck, could be Evolve Doomwave, could be that kind of stuff. Inchinot has the same opener as Doomwave. Galactus is playing Nebula and Jeff, so it kind of falls in the same category. Shuri has Nebula when he plays it, but Zero tells us, I guess. Lizard kind of tells us as well, except when it's Cerebro 5. Discord Dracula is easy to spot. Electro Ramp is the Nebula Jeff stuff. Although Daredevil probably tells us in the Galactus and Electro Ramp part. Sarah Control, we know it with Angela, I guess, but then I guess we would put them on move until we see a third card like Bishop. And Deadpool, we know it pretty early. Ella Tribunal. So I don't know if that's necessarily a weakness. I feel like all the decks in the metagame by turn 3, you know what they're playing. Except the decks that are running like Nebula Jeff, because there are many of them. Okay, can we find other weaknesses? There is one weakness that is common to all decks, and that's probably why the card is so common in the current metagame, and that's Cosmo. All these decks are unrevealed decks. Unless I'm mistaken. Maybe Move Doomwave isn't. But I mean, Doom and Wave are unrevealed, so. What else could we have? Because maybe the answer is a junk with Cosmo then, based on the weaknesses.
Tricky to find common weaknesses for both of them because any weaknesses you can try to exploit with Loki, they're going to steal your deck. And the other deck kind of doesn't really care what you're doing as long as you're not messing with their ultimate strategy. They're kind of ignoring points that you stack because they're going to reverse lanes on you. So it's hard to find things that they do in common to make them strong and weak.
Yes, that's also why the current metagame is so difficult to kind of break. Because the decks at the top are different enough that no one has figured out how are you breaking one without the other stomping you.
I mean, if you think about it... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to make a joke. Why we assembled the Avengers team to figure it out.
Fair. I mean, it's tricky because Loki needs to get going fast, and then the later turns are just a runaway. The other deck is kind of sleeping a little bit early. It's ignoring the early turns because its main play is going to be late, and so something that can be strong right away and defend itself and continue building strength in the later half of the game, and also isn't as vulnerable to being stolen by Loki. You're just talking about what is, you're talking about a mythical perfect deck now. It has no weaknesses, and I don't know how you build that without doing something that can just take down these two decks in particular, but is weak in other ways.
Well, it will be weak in other ways, but
yeah,
the beauty of reading a metagame is that you create a deck with weaknesses which are not abused right now. It will be abused in the future once your deck gets famous and it becomes a good deck. But the idea at first is that your weaknesses do not matter because they do not exist in the current metagame.
Mm-hmm.
But hearing you talking, there is a deck that I think could fit the bill. I'm not sure if it actually does, but we want a deck that's really strong out of the gate and synergistic enough that when Loki steals it, he can't just do what we do. And I think Lockjaw kind of fits the definition because with Lockjaw, with Thor, with Jubilee, you're able to build lanes which are strong enough that Galactus can't just take them over. And at the same time, when Loki takes your deck, they can't abuse Jubilee, Lockjaw, and these kind of things because they're going to pull stuff from their deck, which isn't worth pulling out. So from your definition of what you wanted to do, it feels like Lockjaw kind of fits that bill.
Honestly, it sounds fun, and then you just need to do something like, if you're Jubileeing on one, Lockjaw on the other, Cosmo the middle to prevent a Galactus, or just move some Galactus packages around. I almost wonder if like a Lockjaw would move components like Magneto or something could help with that.
You can definitely play Magneto. Lockjaw, it's been played in the past, but the thing is, unless they do it with Electro, which I think should give you enough time, if they wave, I don't think Lockjaw has a problem with wave, to be honest. If you wave against Lockjaw on turn 3, they're gonna slam something big. So, if you think they're gonna wave in order to Galactus you on turn 4, as long as you have priority, I'm pretty sure you don't need to Cosmo. You just slam a turn 6 that's higher than 7 power. Which isn't so hard to find in the deck with Magneto, Odin, Chavez, Hulk, and Infinite. Plus, we have Spider-Ham. And if Spider-Ham touches Loki, Collector, Alioth, Wave, Doom, or Galactus, that's incredible news.
Yeah, and if most of your deck are just a bunch of 6s, then Loki stealing it. Okay, so they've got a bunch of 5s. They still can't put things out.
Well, they can't put
you
things
use
out,
the
but
ramping.
they can't put multiples out.
That's right. They can't catch up to what you've been doing. Seems like a fun idea to try.
What I'm curious to know what are the others thinking about the idea. Is we're just bouncing off an idea. Maybe that other people had a similar or like different deck popping in mind while we were talking.
I'm on board to the Lockjaw idea. The rationale makes sense, and I can't think of anything else that's good against both things at the same time.
Okay, we have not for long in the team. Bishop and Trafalgar. What do you think about the Lockjaw idea? Does it make sense? Are you seeing a problem or something in it?
I like Lockjaw. It's one of those decks I go back to whenever the meta gets funky and I'm not sure what to do.
Okay.
It's easy to play and it follows some very strict rules, or very easy, structure and play kind of stuff like that.
Great. Trafalgar, do you have an opinion on it?
Lockjaw seems a great idea, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing more to say about it. It's a good. It always has been a good deck, so.
All right. So, are we all on board for the Spider-Ham as the 1 cost, or anyone wants Iceman or something else? That's sure. There's one thing that we need to discuss though in Lockjaw deck is, are we playing the evolved or are we playing the traditional one? Because personally, since Conquest change, I hate the evolved one because I never want to skip energy with the deck. And when I don't have Hulk, it's just high evolutionary makes me die. But this is a team thing. So I'll put the cards that I think we all agreed on.
I think one of,
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Silverman.
No, please, you.
Okay. I think Killmonger is like a card that goes in and out of Lockjaw, and I think it's kind of like the big strength that no other deck is playing.
Okay, why do we want Killmonger currently?
Quinjet and to at least slow them down from doing what we're doing.
Okay.
And also just the whole Nebula such and such packages with Sunspot and Misty Knight and all those other cards.
We'll see what the decks look. Personally, I really like Vision in Lockjaw, and we were saying we want to find cards that can beat Galactus one-on-one after wave, so I think it's a great choice.
When you bring up Lockjaw, can I ask, what about Thanos Lockjaw as an option?
We can build both, honestly.
So my thought was this: it's got more junk in it for Loki, right? So it's got a lot of stuff that's not super exciting to pull. What's
the not exciting part to pull?
I mean, if you're pulling Loki and you're setting up your turn 5, turn 6, and all you have is a bunch of like stones,
you can't get stones.
Oh, you can't. Oh, Loki doesn't pull the stone. Oh, because it sets up from the deck originally. Got it. Not from. I see. Okay.
But I mean,
Then it's just
we could make the argument that the Thanos Lockjaw deck, because before, I think at the start of the session, someone mentioned to play a very ongoing heavy deck, and that can be cards that are difficult to leverage in just 1 or 2 turns.
Mhm.
But at the same time, if they low-key early, do I really want to see an onslaught on their Quinjet lane? I'm not sure I want to see this, but it could be fun. Can be a highlight. So do we want to go evolved or do you just want to go big guys? Oh, I forgot about Jubilee. Where are you?
I mean, I'll say usually a fan of High Evo, but if our goal is to beat these decks in particular, anything that gives us an incentive not to use our energy, I think might be a mistake.
There's that, and I mean, High Evo is good historically against Loki because they get non-evolved cards. But the reality is they just get Wasp and Hulk. So it's not that big. I mean, Loki's just not going to play Wasp. And unless they get a crappy hand, they're not going to play Hulk either. Like, we're going to give them enough good options.
I mean, Giganto's also another good option against Loki. I mean, having Infinite and Giganto as cards we can get, but Loki players can't play effectively. I like that idea over
we
a
can
12 power Hulk.
we can go nuts on the big card. I mean, we're just going off the assumption that people are not playing Shang-Chi because it's not good against the good decks. So we can play a deck that's like, you win if you have Shang-Chi. We're just gonna go off the assumption nobody's playing it anymore. Okay, does anyone sees a problem with this list or a card that we're missing, a card that is completely out of place? Trying to scroll through like common inclusions. Wave is a common inclusion, but I guess we don't want to play Wave because that would be helping like half the opponents that we considered. Like if Lockjaw pulls Wave, we're just giving our opponent a Galactus and they don't need to have theirs. Doom
I don't.
Odin. Go ahead, my bad.
No, please, my bad.
No, I mean Doom and Odin, same thing. Our goal is to cancel Galactus, and Doom is 5. It doesn't beat Galactus, and it gives a great option to the opponent. I'm curious about testing Alioth in Lockjaw, but I think it's just gonna come at random times, and nobody's gonna play in the Lockjaw lane anyway. There was a card that I played in the past in Lockjaw, and it's this guy, and I think this guy can be really good against both. Because against Loki, you just empty their hand. And against Galactus, you just tell them what you can't play Galactus there.
I wonder if something like a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like I'm done.
Oh, if a Snow Guard could be a fun one-cost card, to use on Lockjaw, but also, it then spawns cheap cards, and I find the ability to turn on and off lanes sometimes useful, but I'm not sure I'd lose Spider-Ham for it. I don't know.
Well, historically, Lockjaw is really good into unplayable locations because you have Vision, you have Jubilee, which we can play on discard on destroy locations. We can move opposing cards. So I don't think we need the flexibility towards location that much. But we're not playing the evolved version, so we could have a turn 1 and turn 2. It's just that as we look at the chart, I mean, there's a lot of cards that if we Spider Ham them, we're super happy. I mean, if we Spider Ham either Loki or Collector, that could be a snap. And if we Spider Ham Alias, Galactus, or Wave, I'm pretty sure it's a snap as well. So I think like Snowguard is probably better if we have no idea what we're going up against. And Spider Ham is better in the context of we have a target, and this target has very important cards they really don't want to lose.
Makes perfect sense.
Okay. Do we agree on this list? And we just, I mean, we can change it then and stuff like that, but. Alright, do we want to try and build junk as well, or do we just go with the 2 we built? I'll give them card backs well.
I mean, I'm a big fan of ABC testing. Like, you got to, see what's more effective, try different things.
Okay.
Plus, I feel like junk is pretty fast to build, so.
Is it? Well, we could just take a deck that was done already in the past, but the thing is, maybe we test both decks and we see how long we have for the end of the session. Because the thing is, junk is playing. Where are they? But they're playing Green Goblin and Hobgoblin, and I feel like that's gonna take us to the discussion of Ravonna. And I think if we have that discussion now, we're gonna get off topic really, really fast.
Makes sense.
If everyone is okay, we can just test both of them, and then go to the junk option so we can also discuss Ravonna in the process. Okay, does anyone wants to play? Should I play? I guess I'll play then. Do we want Conquest or Ladder?
I don't know, maybe right now ladder, just because we're trying to hit a lot of
We're trying
different
to hit
decks.
Different? Okay. And
Yeah.
any deck that feels like particularly more appealing, do we want to start with the do both or do we want to start with the counter both?
I think I'd like to see the counter both, just because I haven't seen what a Lockjaw deck has done in this meta.
All right. I think we have enough time to do it. So let's do 4 games on each deck, where each one of you can be my co-pilot. So we can just go like in the name. So Bishop, you can be my co-pilot for this one. If you're around. Nope. All right, not for long. You want to take the first one?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. I have a pretty good hand, so you're getting a good one.
Is this enough to snap?
I don't know.
I mean, their first card was Nova, which is Surfer Destroy, and it's Destroy. Okay.
Okay. Does Destroy beat us in the 1-on-1 or not? Oh.
I mean, they probably can't go over our Lockjaw lane.
Probably. So we want to play Lockjaw here to annoy them and try to waste their 6 points on Bucky Barnes?
Yeah, they definitely already committed power, and we can play stuff into the lane if it becomes Cosmo.
Yeah, and worst case, if this turns into Shadowland, we can Killmonger to clean it.
Yep.
Alright.
And waste our Nova.
Angel?
Oh.
What?
Okay.
Who are you? Oh, this is really good that we got Lockjaw early on.
Yeah, we should probably just Jubilee to give us a chance to draw Jubilee again.
Do we want to drop Jubilee behind Lockjaw?
Yes.
Okay.
Right? I mean, they can't really build up any power, but
so what's
there because all the destroy
what's
cards.
in our deck? We have 2 very bad targets in the deck. Wasp and Spider-Ham are still there. Jane Foster is decent. Chavez is good. And Magneto is a 12.
Thor on the right.
So you want me to change or not?
Yeah, I mean, if we Thor on the right and then we Vision, because they can't really put that many points, right, in the Crimson Cosmo lane. They can't destroy it.
Okay, so what should they do? We're out of time.
Let's go right. Thor right.
Okay.
Because that gives us 2 draws.
I feel like we have to be worried. Well, not necessarily worried, but we have to keep Arnim Zola in mind. just in case, for the Venom to just... Oh, I feel like I want to do this. And then...
Yep. Jubilee middle. Do we want Jubilee before?
If we Jubilee before. But out of these 5 cards, I can only get 4. There's no Chavez. And out of these 4, there's still Spider-Ham and the Hammer. So there's a 50-50 to get a really big crap.
So it's just Vision and Wasp. There's no...
Okay. Do I want to play Vision middle for
actually,
priority or somewhere else?
Do we want to skip an Infinite? I'm just trying to think of what we're doing next turn.
If
or
we're
just
skipping,
Java.
I'm not playing Wasp behind Lockjaw.
Yeah, okay, never mind. Then we definitely want a Vision because it gives us the chance of higher power.
Okay.
Vision middle.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not really sure how much it matters.
Hey, we got the good stuff. Okay, do we want to snap them because we got the high roll? Or do we want to keep them in the game for 2?
I mean, it's +1 cube, right? I assume they'll leave, especially if they didn't do a play.
Okay, so do we want... Are we okay with them leaving? Or do we want to just say, we know we're going to beat you, let's take 2 cubes?
I think we should just... Yeah. I think just the 2 cubes.
Oh.
Are they retreated anyways.
Alright. Just for the sake of it, what would have been your play?
I probably Molnir left.
Okay.
And then I guess probably Chavez right. And I'm just trying to do the math in my head. So if they Zola, that would be 9 on the left, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17.
If you expect them to Zola right, you want to play Chavez middle, not right. Because you already win. If they Zola right, Shadowland goes to 0. For them.
Okay. And so, well, I'm just trying to figure out, because you would have to put something left. I don't think Molnir has enough power with what are, I guess it's a 50-50 Magneto or Ham.
Our deck right now is Magneto and Spider-Ham.
Spider-Ham. Yeah, so it was a 50-50 that Molnir would win left if they Zola'd.
Guys, I'll try and catch you guys later, or watch the YouTube. I got some construction going on here.
All right.
So,
have a good time.
thank you. All right. Bye.
Well, there was a way to guarantee we get Magneto. We could have Molnir left. No, we should have Jubilee middle, Molnir left. And so you have Magneto left or middle, for sure. And because, because we have priority, that means we move Venom and Zola is not a problem.
That is a much better line than I could think of. Yeah.
All right. Silvermint, ready for the next one?
Sounds good.
All right. I'll do my best to draw Lockjaw every single time so everyone is on the same level.
I mean, it's only fair.
I gotta put all the students in the same setup. I can't guarantee we're gonna face... Hey, doing my best.
Okay.
So, big question. Am I keeping Spider-Ham for Lockjaw, or am I just slamming it?
I mean, we don't know who we're facing. Both of the decks we're facing are going to hold back their key cards for a little while, which gives them a chance to move to the left. I think hold Spider-Ham.
Okay. I would have played it for 2 reasons. Number one is we have Jubilee, so I don't necessarily want to Lockjaw. Want to keep it. I don't need it for Lockjaw. And reason number 2 is Loki Collector is gonna play Collector on turn 2, so that's possibly a hit on turn 1.
So I would have done it for 2 reasons then. Yeah.
Okay. Do I want to play it now, or do I want to keep holding?
They haven't played yet, so I think let's go for it.
Okay.
How about middle, because we're going to try to bluff that we're going for the raft. Whereas...
I would definitely not play middle, because I'm going to Lockjaw into Jubilee this middle.
Okay. Well, why not right then? Just in case it's not reachable.
Well,
Well,
we have this bad boy. Shit.
We just hit Craven, right?
So I didn't see.
I think it was Craven. I'm not 100%.
Okay, that would be good. But then I don't understand why they played Jeff and not Craven. Alright, what am I doing with Lockjaw? Lockjaw.
I think probably Lockjaw middle is my guess.
Kingpin. Hello. Am I playing against bots or something like that? Why is everyone having like white borders and stuff tonight? Okay, so no more raft.
Well, let's see. What do we still have in the deck? Is it worth Jubilee?
Oh,
sorry, go ahead.
Wasp, Tor, Infinite, Chavez,
Killmonger.
So we have 2 bad ones with Wasp and Killmonger. 1 insane with Infinite. Chavez is pretty good. And Tor is fine because we have Jane Foster follow up. So we have 3 good, 2 bad.
So I think the question is, do we Jubilee left or in the middle? I think maybe left. I'm not sure.
I would go middle. Like, I have 60% chance to get good stuff, so.
Alright.
I like the good stuff. Especially, I think the big thing is I want Tor. Okay, should have played left.
Well,
left was the play.
Well, we didn't know that they were going to do that.
Alright.
But not bad. We, preserved that. Okay, this is kind of... Well, we're not going to get the Thor card in time, probably.
We would draw Wasp.
Yeah. I almost wonder if it's Vision middle, just preserve options.
I think I would Jane Foster for Wasp. And the question is, do we even play it here? Because once Wasp is out the deck, it's 50-50 for Infinite.
Fair.
But I think I would Jane Foster no matter what. It's just, I don't know if I play it with Lockjaw for the high roll or if I play it here for... But I think I would play it left.
Okay. I'm thinking about that. Yeah, go for it. But the Kingpin, what are they trying to do with that?
They're gonna try to arrow or something.
Yeah, but we're not really playing...
Oh, hello.
Oh, okay. That's nice. So if they're doing a Magneto, most of our cards are, say, if we don't care about Jubilee, Killmonger, we need something that can...
Well, fortunately enough,
we
have the perfect counter to Iroh.
I like it. So, so Wasp will go into Lockjaw, and then I'm just wondering, should we... Let's see, Kingpin's is it a 3? Is that right?
Kingpin's a 4. Oh, you mean cost?
Yeah. A 3. Yeah.
But
so
we do not have priority.
Okay. I'm wondering if something like a Wasp on the left, and then, I don't know, a Magneto on the right, just to drag their Spider-Ham, their Miles Morales, and Kingpin all into a lane to destroy each other. I'm not sure if that's our best play.
I don't know how it works, because the prints have been put. I can do this, but I'll do Wasp second, because if they Iroh, I want Wasp to die, not me.
Fair enough.
Oh my god.
Well, that was perfect on their part.
They're so good at this. And
I think so.
They read us perfectly. I mean, the Spider-Man and the Juggernaut got us.
Yeah.
Just had to play Magneto middle.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right.
Well, we learned how not to use this deck. I'm glad I could help.
We learned Move is really good.
I mean, I think Move is one of the best control packages around, honestly.
All right, Trafalgar. Ready?
Let's try it.
All right. Once again, I'll do my best to draw Lockjaw.
Yeah.
Can we get one of the decks we want to face? Oh, it's a Loki avatar. Let's do it. All right. I don't have Lockjaw yet. Want a Spider Ham or do we?
I believe I would play Spider Ham because in the case we draw Lockjaw, we still have Wasp, so
Okay, where do I play it?
I would have played, I don't know, middle or right, I think.
It's not a bad hit, and now we know what we're against.
Yeah. Okay, it was a bad idea, middle.
We're good.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Killmonger.
Do I want to play Wasp? Come back.
Oh, we want to skip, huh?
Hey.
No choice.
I've seen good Killmonger. They play Kitty again. I'm really happy about it.
Yeah. I think it's.
Where do I play it?
I think it's left to. Yeah.
Do we want to go as far as to snap?
You want to snap?
Not sure, but if they replay Kitty, we kill Quinjet and
Yeah.
Kitty. That's
And
pretty
Queen
strong.
and Kitty. That's strong. I'm kind of a coward when it comes to snap.
Okay, let's see.
I believe they play Kitty, yeah?
Yeah, that's. Hello, Kitty.
Yeah, good.
That was.
Yeah, sure. Still no look. What do we have in the deck?
Chavez, Yonto, Lockjaw, Magneto. So a lot of big guys. We have 3 big guys. Lockjaw, and Buster.
It's a Jubilee, I think. But where?
Well, do you want to win Asgard or not? I think against the Loki deck, I really don't want to give him Asgard.
Yeah, I think we don't want them to win it.
It's more like we don't necessarily want it. It's more like we really don't want
Yeah,
them
yeah.
to win.
Clearly.
All right, they're not gonna win.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Oh. Okay, so now it's Chavez and I'm blinking.
Yeah. What is the last card in our deck?
I think it's a 6. No, 1, 2. Chavez. Killmonger is here. Spider-Ham was there. Anyone has the last card?
I'm looking at our deck list. I feel like, wait, done Spider-Ham. We've done.
We did Spider-Ham. Wasp is here.
Yeah, Killmonger's there. Thor, Jubilee, Jane, Vision, Chavez. It's just Chavez.
Oh, there. Oh, yeah, it's just Chavez. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Do we want to play Chavez?
Well, we don't have to pay it.
Yeah, it's free.
I mean, we're not gonna get anything better than 11 this turn. Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we should have snapped early on.
Do you want to snap or do you want to keep them in the game?
I believe if we snap, I believe they will just leave. So maybe just try to win the 2 cubes.
Okay, question.
I think.
Do you think they can play Legion?
Oh.
Because there's a super fun play if they play Legion.
Yeah. Legion in this location, it's crazy.
Yeah, but we Magneto middle and their Cosmo fucks them.
Yeah, but if we Magneto Little, there's a chance they will right, no?
I would do this. So we pull Cosmo and
Yeah.
we beat Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
And then this
Think
because
about it.
it's...
Yeah, just for 1 point.
Mhm.
Oh, they're gonna leave
Oh
it.
no, they did it.
I don't know. Yep.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
Hold it.
You called it.
So it's not my fault, it's Magneto's fault.
Apparently.
Yeah. Oh, sad.
Okay, we're actually moving pretty fast. Do we want to do another round of Lockjaw? If we hit more matchups.
I wonder if we should try in Conquest, because we're not hitting the decks that we meant to face.
We can try and Conquest. Proving Grounds or Gold?
I mean, if we're playing on your account.
I really... Let's just hope we find someone. Be late. It's weird that they didn't snap. It's mostly that. Like, I was I thought about Legion, but most people would snap it. Alright. Asgard. Ooh. So not for long. You want to take this one? So station?
Yeah, let's do it. The question is Spider-Ham on 1. Obviously, that's kind of our only play.
I personally really like it in Conquest because it just tells you what your opponents play.
That is a good point. I haven't played with Spider-Ham in a while. Yeah, let's go left with it.
Alright. Oh,
That's a snap, right?
okay. I'm happy.
That's
If they
what?
leave, we get 1 cube, we know their deck, and they have no idea what we're playing.
Okay. Skip.
And we drew the follow-up, so we didn't even need... Okay, they stayed. Psylocke. Oh,
It's negative.
yes. But you want to know what's good? Negative is really bad against this guy.
I mean, Lockjaw Wasp left. They cannot win Asgard. Not that I think they will, but
Okay, so that's gonna prevent us from going Jubilee behind Lockjaw or stuff like that, but we're okay with it. Do it.
Do we want to win Asgard as a Lockjaw deck? Do we want to keep things in our deck?
It's more that it's a negative deck. If they negative, we really don't want them to win.
Gotcha.
Okay, I guess nobody wins it. But I mean, that's not so bad. We're just gonna Magneto Jotunheim and be like, oh, I like this.
yeah, Jubilee, right?
Okay. Hey, we got space.
Go. I'd also go Thor, right? Or Jane, right?
Oh, you and Jane? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're picking up. Okay, so they didn't have negative. Killing it. Iron Man. That's big. Pretty big, actually. Oh, they're coming at it.
I mean, so they probably have Mystique, right? But we're gonna just bring that all to Jotunheim, right? So, I'm
Is
just
it
trying to figure out what else
Living
we do
Tribunal deck?
Could be.
with Psylocke. I do they play Psylocke?
They can because it helps jumping.
Vision, left or right? It doesn't really matter. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, that's not Ella.
So just Magneto middle, Vision. Vision should probably go middle, right? I mean, with Chavez and Giganto and no
What am I doing with
Iron
Wasp?
Man. Wasp on right, I don't really think. I mean, I guess left. We're losing right, correct? I mean,
I like it. Yeah,
they're
I
gonna have an Iron Man.
think we just give them
Yeah.
bye-bye cards. Oh, Psylocke gets copied. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. Congrats, not for long, with the 8 cubes.
Beautifully played.
Alright, not for long with the 10-0 in Conquest.
There we go.
Silver mint.
Best I've done all day.
No pressure.
Very, very glad to follow that.
Hey, he did it in 7 turns. You can do it in 6. There's a way to better it. Just do the same thing in 6 turns. Oh, by the way, do we want to keep going in Conquest or do we want to go back to ladder? Because for some reason, I mean, we faced 1 Loki, 0 Galactus. It's awfully odd. Maybe it's just the time of the day. I don't know. Oh, I was gonna say I'm terribly sorry about the hand, but I'm not anymore. Oh, alright. Want to stay? Want to leave?
Let's see. I think for, losing 2 cubes but to gain information and possibly play better on the next round, it might be worth to stay.
I mean, we have Lockjaw.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a Thanos deck that follows the rule of Yellowstone is a snap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have Killmonger in that deck. I don't know which Thanos they are, but if they're not the one that plays Death, I'm happy.
I'm very happy with getting those high cards in our hand with Grand Central.
Okay, so make stones. Oh.
Well, okay, fair. I said that out loud. All right, that could potentially. Oh. So normally I would say Lockjaw, but I feel like we have to Thor right.
I love
Am I
going
wrong on
Thor
that?
right. No, I love going Thor right, and
Yeah.
then we just Lockjaw the lane that Thor didn't go onto.
Yeah.
Let us. Do we want to counter snap on this? Wave.
Oh,
Or is this the Thanos Galactus Death tons of stuff kind of deck? Well, good thing is we have priority.
let's see. Is there any chance they're playing like an Alioth right now? Let's see. So
I know what I want to do no matter what they do. Take your time.
I'm wondering, yeah. So one possibility is we do believe right because anything that we pull is not Alioth. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're the pilot right now.
Oh, darn. The other their wave is a 3 cost. If we Magneto on the right, we pull wave in.
I wanted to Magneto.
All
It
right.
beats Galactus, and the thing is, Sinister London, even if they play Alioth on it, it's gonna kill this Magneto, but it's not gonna kill the second one because it wasn't played. So worst case, we still get a 12.
And when is Magneto ever let us wrong?
When is Magneto what?
Ever let us wrong?
Yep.
Oh, wait.
We still beat Galactus. Like, I mean, 16 is more than 7.
Ah.
That's also why I like Magneto. Magneto just looks at Galactus and like, who are you?
That's right. Okay, so this is interesting.
So, we still have 6 cards in deck. So we have 2 hammers, which are really bad pulls. Jane, which is absolutely insane pull. Chavez is fine. And Killmonger. So we have 3 meh, 3 good.
Well, let's see. And we've got Sinister. So, I mean, this might be a good time to Lockjaw middle with a Spider Ham. Also, maybe just throwing out Vision on the right and copying that, moving it around.
Kind of like Vision,
Or maybe
right?
even just a Vision, right? Yeah.
I think it's just simple.
Yeah. The only other option is possibly skipping and just infinauting, right? But let's see. Okay.
This guy likes.
All
right.
All right. We've got what? 5 cards left in the deck. Is that right?
Yeah. 2 hammers, Jane, Killmonger, and
Oh. All right.
Killmonger.
Well, even if we get the hammers, they're not. Thor's not going to be enough to win on the left.
Oh, Wasp. This one.
Yeah. So one option could be Giganto left and move the Vision to the right.
Move the Vision to the right. He's at 34. We move our Vision. Is at 30.
Yeah.
There's only one thing.
Is it? Is this a trick where it's retreat or? Yeah. Yeah, that's a very good.
I mean, unfortunately, we can't win left because that Dino is gonna be him, and our biggest card is if.
Yeah.
And there are 2 items on the board.
Yeah, this is a solid play. Let's see what we can do.
Ooh. All right.
Okay. I like the idea of spider hemming.
Where? When?
Let's see. We're already going to get our left clogged a little bit. I don't know.
Personally, I would wait 1 turn.
Sorry?
You get more information about locations. You know if you're going to draw Lockjaw. And this is not a deck that we have a particular.
Fair.
Oh. Spider-Ham forever. But that's a really bad location. But that's a really good location with. Oh, that's such a good location with.
I would hold on to. Let's see. I think. Well, so if we get a Lockjaw next turn, Lockjaw in 2 lanes is not going to be that helpful. So I think let's maybe Spider Ham now. And we're going to do Thor middle on the next round.
I would wait and
or next
turn.
turn.
Because now I want to do Thor on 3, or do Thor Spider Ham, 5 Jane Foster to hammers.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, the other thing is with this deck, like our chance of hitting like one of the big things like Iron Man is at the moment. Okay. Yeah, Thor middle.
Right. I feel like the Raptors are more of a problem for them than. Where do we want to play the second Thor? Turn 5, we're going to play faster. And I don't think we want to clog our hand too much. Oh. Professor X comes.
Oh.
6 energy.
All right.
Ooh.
So, I'm sorry. Oh.
It's just Killmonger.
Yeah. So if I were gonna Professor X as them, I would I think they might Professor X on the right, because they don't want that Psylocke moving. Oh, sorry, what was that?
No, I just
Oh, fair enough. So if we're Killmonger, Spider Hamming, is that better than getting a Thor out? Because we could,
I would just get.
yeah. Let's, I think, put him on the right, maybe, because I'm thinking they might Professor
Right,
there.
I'm playing that game.
And then, yeah. Well, let's see. May as well. Unless, yeah, let's go for it.
It was more like I need space for the hammers.
Uh huh.
But that's good.
Not upset about that. Okay, so we've got Thor, Lady Thor, right? Like as the good play for us. Now,
The only
it
problem
doesn't
is
help
how
us.
do we, because everything's gonna move. Because now like every
We still
card
have
here is gonna go here, which means this one we're gonna win it. This one, how what?
Jubilee. What else do we still have in the deck?
Well, we're gonna do Chavez.
Yeah, but on the next turn, I mean, we do Jubilee on the right. Maybe it pulls Infinite.
Could do that. Yeah. We could also chain faster here, and our hand is gonna be full with the hammers, so we actually leave Chavez in the.
Yeah, I like moving. I don't want to copy Jane right now.
It doesn't change anything.
So maybe on the
You draw 2 hammers anyway. Copies.
gotcha.
Or you draw a hammer and wasp. Fight for. So 4 cards in the deck. Chavez, not hammer, Lockjaw. There is
Ooh, Lockjaw would be.
one very simple.
So we want to Jubilee first in case it's Lockjaw, and then we hammer, and then Wasp, I guess. Yeah.
All right. High roll it. Oh, maybe they Thanos. All right.
Ooh.
Not. Okay.
Okay.
Only get 9.
With that orange stone, soulstone. Oh. Ouch.
Thanos beats. Well, I guess we lost on the.
Yeah.
It's okay. Still have 4 cubes. We can still play the game.
That's right. Okay, yeah, skip that.
I would almost snap that, to be honest.
Also, I think at this point it can't hurt us to snap.
Well, especially with that. All right. Cube for free.
All right. Yeah, thinking back to the last game on that 50-50, I almost always see them Professor X on that because people tend not to play there because they don't want it to move to the left and accidentally fill it.
Yeah.
So that was a good play on their part. I think this we skip, yeah. Okay, interesting.
Somewhere.
I mean, so we've got Wasp already in case we draw Lockjaw, and we don't have Lockjaw on the board yet. So I think we use Spider Ham. Well, now that we know they have a Professor X, I think maybe middle, just in case they try to choke that off early. But I'm flexible on this.
Well, we have Killmonger.
Well. Oh, okay. We haven't seen them wave yet, have we?
They
Or
waived
did
game
we?
1.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. Okay, so Lockjaw middle has an advantage here in case they're holding onto a Killmonger, but maybe we don't want to clog our lane too much. Playing it on the left just gives us options of where we want to develop. Makes us harder to predict.
Playing it on
And
the
if they
left
Professor
just
Excess,
clogs all our lanes.
it's a
And we have to play it on the right.
all right. Yeah.
If you want to take Mojo World through numbers,
Oh, that's true.
that works. I'll take Wasp.
Okay, so Wasp on the right, and then Jubilee in the middle. Is that the idea? Yep.
Like it. Wow. Not that much. Okay, so we know this is.
Yep. I wonder if we're gonna. Okay. What can they do? Are they holding on to? Let's see. They don't have Psylocke or Greenstone, so there can't be like a secret Galactus play on the left that they've been holding. They could retreat. Yeah.
They couldn't do anything. +1
Yeah.
cards.
Hmm.
Okay. Maybe we needed to be much more aggressive with the snap because in the end we had Lockjaw.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
Get,
so Spider Ham.
yeah, you want to get Volga
I
out of the
think.
way?
I think so. Unless they redstone it, but either way, I want to get out of the way. Like, I don't want to play that out. Oh, okay.
I will take it.
Yeah.
Oh, they lost a Soulstone.
And they lost Alioth.
Oh, the snap.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
All right. We have to be careful. Oh, okay. Cubes, light.
Sounds good. You're gonna say we have to be careful.
We have to be careful with Lockjaw on Asteroid.
Hmm.
And Tor and that. Oh, Lockjaw and Big House is so good. Oh. Do you want to retreat or do you want to play it out?
Um,
Going all in?
I think we gotta. Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. Good location.
That's yeah. I'm very happy with this so far. Okay, that's still pretty good for us. Yeah. I haven't seen anything to worry me yet. Okay, well, sorry, go ahead.
No? What are we doing? We have all our trees.
Okay, so we've got Lockjaw left seems like a. Let's see. So where are they going to want to play Alioth? Yeah. I don't know. I could see middle. I could see left. I don't really have a strong opinion on this.
Do you want to play Lockjaw?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think right. I
That's
mean,
fine.
getting Thor out early also helps, but
Ooh.
okay. Okay, so they can't move their stones anymore. That was last turn. So They could be trying to snipe an Alioth. I'm sorry, what was that?
No, I'm just.
Oh, my bad. Let's see, who has priority? They do, so we don't want to try a Jubilee stunt or something. This is... So we could play the 50-50 and try to drop Thor, or we just put something into Lockjaw. Honestly, maybe Jub... Yeah?
I would just do. If you can decide, just
All
play
right.
the flex.
All right.
There we go.
Oh, okay, nice.
Well, they played Jeff.
Okay. So now, let's see. We've got. So I think, Thor right, Spider-Ham left.
Spider-Ham first. I don't want Hammer. And the other thing is, I want to do Wasp because faster.
So don't we want to Thor first, so that we can possibly get the hammer out of that, or?
Or you can get the Hammer out of Lockjaw.
But we have to play Thor to put the hammer in our deck.
Well, we are. What I'm saying is, if you play Thor before the Wasp shuffle, you can pull the Hammer here. As in, you would pull the 0.
I see.
And we have 7 turns. Oh, bye.
Oh. Okay, that makes me happy. Okay. And they've used their redstone.
Deck is Wasp. In fast. 2 insane pulls. 2 very decent.
Okay. And we have 6 energy. So we could try to. Let's see. We're gonna lose the middle. There's an argument to just Killmonger on the left to try to clear out some of that space.
Well, there's only clear out Hammond.
Okay. Yeah, then either we Jubilee on the right, but then we potentially lose that lane too, and we can't afford to, or Jubilee left, or Chavez right. Yeah, I'm
I would do this.
not sure about
so
this.
Next turn you can Jubilee.
Okay.
Onslaught. Onyx.
Well, do they have their Dino there,
Probably.
or do they have Iron Man? Okay. Well, shoot.
Well, there's only one thing.
Yeah. So we gotta feed Lockjaw with. Let's see.
Yes.
So, how do we win the right if they have either?
You don't, but you. That's the most points you can play. You can play Jubilee there. You can play Giganto there. That's actually 3 is the maximum you can play there.
Okay. Yeah.
And the only thing we can do is hope the Hammer wins it.
See what happens.
Hey.
Oh, okay. All right.
Everything was planned. Very beginning. We're afraid.
Okay,
So now there's no more snaps and retreat.
that's right. And
It's
I can see myself. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's kind of funny because they are playing something pretty close to what we might have played if we went to Thanos Lock.
Okay, skipping. I can see myself starting to second guess a lot. I'm going to try to shake that off.
Okay. Or do we want to
Let's
play
see.
Lockjaw?
I want to preserve the left for something that's better to boost. Lockjaw doesn't need that, so I think we know they have Alioth. There's an argument for right. It's easier for us to win that lane than them, but using their armor is also handy.
So here, I mean,
Yeah,
when you
let's.
play Lockjaw, you actually go for 4 cards. Why would you?
Huh?
And also, you said their Alioth benefit from their armor. Alioth.
That's right.
Okay, they're gonna. Well, unfortunately, they're gonna Profex us.
Yep. So I guess we just lost the middle.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's see. We're turn 5. They can Profex us. Where would they do it?
They don't have
Locking
any.
in there.
They would have done it if they had Profex. They would have Profexed the Lockjaw lane.
Okay. We could get Wasp back with Lady Thor, and she's not bad to put on the left to get additional points out of her. Unless you have something better.
Could have been Vision left, so we have an 11 that we can. But I think at this point.
Mm-hmm. Oof. Well, that was a good wave on their part. Okay. Ooh.
There's only literally.
Let's see. I'm just looking up their. Magneto's not going to pull enough. What's still in our deck?
Tor and Spider-Ham.
So neither of those really help us on Lockjaw. Should Giganto left and hope that they pull a tie on the. No, yeah, because they're going to lose a card with Devil.
Nothing we can do.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
We took our shot. All right, the long-awaited finals. And then because this match took a million years.
Fair enough. No. Okay, let's skip this. Yep.
So
Okay. There's a. Let's see. It's turn 3. Lockjaw and Wasp middle. Right. How about Thor? Let's see. Do we want to do this left or right? I think maybe Thor right.
I would go left, but might be right. Thing is, on the right,
Yeah,
there
I
are
mean,
a lot of cards that punish it. Iron Man is insane on this location. Profex is
yeah,
he gets a lot of cards.
yeah. Okay, I see it. Yeah,
And he
left.
can help this with Claw, and he can't help this.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I'd like to get Wave, please. Wasp.
Yeah.
We're just gonna give them Profex.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, so sorry. Go ahead.
no. Ooh.
Well, Lady Thor. The question is, I guess. So both of us are vulnerable to Vormir right now, right? So I guess Lady Thor on the left. Yeah. They played the Greenstone last turn, so there could be an Alioth here. But we have priority, so we'd still get the pull.
Yeah, it's not that bad. We get the cards, so we.
Mm-hmm.
I do not know how Lockjaw and Vormir. Let's say we play both Wasp and Hammer. Vormir. Does Wasp die and then Hammer gets rolled? Does nothing die because the card gets rolled first? Happens. Does Wasp die but in our deck?
Actually, not sure. Okay, hold on.
Oh. Battle on.
Oh dear. Okay. Oh, if
Oh.
only we had Killmonger. Okay.
Well, we have Killmonger. Cards in our deck, and we.
Ah, there you go. Okay, so then.
There's one thing.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, there's one thing to do, and we win the game. You said it. We want Killmonger. How do we 100%
Yeah.
get Killmonger?
Well, so we have to make yeah, so now it comes down to whether or not something gets destroyed. So we want a Jubilee somewhere safely, I think.
Well, so.
Okay. What I mean is not in Vormir lane because yeah. And then so now the question is, will the thing that gets pulled get destroyed by Vormir?
Doesn't matter. Still the 0.
Okay.
No matter if it
Okay.
rolls or dies, it's.
Okay, unless it's the Killmonger that comes out, right?
I'll be trying to pull.
Yeah. Okay. So then.
Or you can even go. Give him the Iron Man.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Congrats. We'll see, but. Well, we're winning, right?
Okay. Possibly.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it dies and pulls.
Okay. Nice. And then does Killmonger stay? Yeah, it does stay. Okay, that's nice.
Oh, he has a really big left lane.
Okay. Okay.
Alrighto. Congrats.
That Killmonger inclusion, not for long, is pretty beautiful.
Wait, what's the matchup for it?
Yep.
All right, Trafalgar. Or are you long? Do you want to finish with Lockjaw, or do we want to try the mix of Galactus look?
We can try the other one, I think.
Okay. You actually get an infinity ticket. Hey, we're playing a mix of both of the best decks in the game. How can we lose?
Yeah, exactly.
How does this happen? All right, tell me what.
Nebula. Play Nebula. I think I would have played middle or right because they would want to play in Asgard, and if they do so, Nebula will grow. So
Well, and they have Kitty Pride.
yeah. So yeah.
So Kitty Pride,
Nebula.
what does tell us?
Yeah, probably a Loki deck. Could
Okay.
be.
So what are you doing?
Daredevil, I think.
There.
Maybe in Asgard.
Want to try and win it?
I definitely don't want them to win it if they are Loki deck.
Can we really
So
try to beat them?
I'm not sure, but
Honestly,
yeah.
I would just keep playing on Nebula and keep lanes free for Galactus.
Yeah.
Oh, they're giving us Nebula. Okay, they really want Asgard. Aww.
Oh.
That's fun with Alioth. Oh, actually, do you want to wave into Alioth on Asgard?
I think we can do it.
That's fun.
Yeah.
You want to snap?
Can we?
Can. Like, I just have to click here.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, do it.
Okay, let's do it.
I mean, it's a Kitty Pride deck. We know wave is good again. We have the best follow-up, and it comes on the turn where it's gonna draw us 2 cards. What is there not to snap?
Yeah.
Hello. We have priority, so did you know if they play Loki now, they just...
Yeah, really fun.
Do we play Galactus on Black Dimension on the right, just in case? Oh, do we play Loki?
Oh, yeah. It's true that we also have Loki. We will see what they will.
We can play Jeff Loki, or we can play Snowguard Loki. Have a full hand. They're playing Loki. I want to play Snowguard Loki.
I think Snowguard Loki is pretty strong, huh?
So how do we do it?
But,
Do we
but we
think
don't
we're
have a
gonna
lot
win
of
this? I
space
don't think we're
because
gonna win this. Oh, we could do this.
it's true.
Or how
But
does it
what
work
will
if we
we
do
do on
this and then Galactus?
I believe Hobgoblin will reveal first, and then
Do we
Galactus.
just go for Loki?
Yeah, but we'll not have a lot of space for 10-6, but
Well, here. We
okay.
have a lot of space here.
Yeah. Because if you play their deck with 1 cost less, we should win. Okay, not a lot
Look,
of
we
good
can
stuff.
just Angela.
Yeah.
Oh. What do we do?
Oh, a lot of things. Angela Cosmo, I believe, because they stole our deck, so if they have Alioth or something like that, we want to prevent that, and we have
I
priority.
think we have to put...
Yeah. Like this, and
this.
Jeff and Snowguard, yeah.
Let's
Okay.
go. So, see if we beat Loki. Hey, we can wave Galactus. Cool. Play that, right?
Yeah.
It's good for priority. On turn 2.
We have a good hand, no? We could snap, I think.
You want to snap?
It's a pretty good hand, no? Wave Galactus into Goblin.
We turn someone into the cult of snapping. That's good.
Because you don't... yeah, maybe you know we have Galactus because he did Loki.
Well, he did Loki on a lot of cards, so he probably knows.
Yeah. So yeah, he knows.
Oh, we can Loki. So do we just play on the same lane all the time? Prepare for Galactus?
Yeah, I think.
What do we play? Bear or Hawk?
The Hawk to avoid
For this?
something. Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. The snap was good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so
We can.
where do
Yeah,
we...
where you left.
Oh no, it's not gonna die.
Oh, that's true.
No,
No,
wait,
so,
do you want to wave somewhere else?
yeah, because maybe they can have priority, right? If they
play Loki now, they have priority. Otherwise,
Yeah.
everything else is good.
Okay. I would. I think I would not have played wave here because now Hobgoblin will get back at us after Galactus.
Wait, you want Hobgoblin? Alioth.
No. Yeah, Alioth now. I was thinking about Galactus Alioth.
Do we Galactus or no?
I'm not sure it will be enough. I
think it would.
You think?
I think
Yeah,
it's
let's
just.
try
I
it.
think it's just gonna leave.
Oh yeah, we had priority. Sorry.
That's why we played wave here.
Yeah.
Priority. Because if we played wave on the left, we wouldn't have priority.
I don't own Galactus, so I'm not used to play it.
Oh.
No, no.
So the points are Loki plus Snowgo.
But if we do that, we will have a pretty weak turn 6, I think. Yeah, because he can have Alioth now. Yeah, we can try.
Okay.
I think it's a retreat, huh? Because
Retreat?
if he have Alioth,
he has Alioth.
priority.
He doesn't have Alioth. Oh no, we also lose. Retreat?
Yeah, I think retreat is the safe thing to do.
Okay.
You wouldn't have?
Probably I would. The Loki was really.
Yeah, this Loki. That's why he's so strong.
Hard. Hard, I guess.
Yeah. No go. Yeah. Left.
We can keep our hand. Oh.
I'm curious. Does the beer in Elysium works for another reduction? Or I don't think so.
It's a passive thing.
Yeah, it's like a continuous thing.
guess for
Jeff
now.
and Jeff and something and the bear.
Here, everything here.
Yeah.
Again.
Do we want to keep this end? We have Galactus into a layout.
Yeah, but how do we get the rock?
Yeah.
Do we play
Maybe
Nebula?
we can-
Because we're gonna leave anyway, and we don't
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. We can still move Jeff.
Oh. We're just lucky. I mean, we could try Hobgoblin here and just Galactus.
Yeah, we could. I'm not sure with only 3 cards if we can have a lot of good stuff with Loki against him.
Or we're gonna have other cards.
Yeah. Yeah, we can try.
As you wish, Loki or Hobgoblin Galactus.
I will try the Hobgoblin Galactus thing. Oh.
The Daredevil.
Yeah.
$13. But I really want them to play stuck.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's
If we... does this Lucky deck run Chavez? It should, huh? Yeah, so if you just move Jeff and play Chavez... Yeah, he moved Jeff and plays Chavez, and we can't win with Galactus.
we also have.
Oh yeah, he has our deck. That's true. I'm not sure we can win this one. Can we? Maybe we can with... No, we don't have priority, so...
I mean, if you think he's gonna move Jeff and play Chavez, we just do this.
Yeah, but I was forgetting that he has our deck now. So I think he will just play Alioth.
Right?
I think it's the safe thing to do. What do you think?
I think one cube is okay to retreat. But we didn't have Electro once. We didn't do a lot of good things. It's okay to retreat. But we're gonna have to be aggressive at some point. But I mean, yeah, Collector.
Yeah.
We need to start drawing Electro.
This Loki on turn 4, it's pretty annoying. Oh, Nebula in the middle.
Oh. Oh. Or devils?
No, I don't think.
Here?
Yeah, Daredevil, right? Yeah.
Try to be aggressive now. Just place guard into double.
Okay.
Here?
Yeah. Because we still want to have this Galactus plan possible. Yeah, double collector is rough. We have wave.
Sure.
Yeah. And try to steal the thing.
He's gonna play low. Right? That's
Okay.
no.
I honestly don't see how we beat this.
Can
Yeah, but the copy will still be there.
lost win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, collector into low. Okay.
Yeah.
We can try to Galactus on the left. Turn 4.
Let's try it. I'll just play Jeff. Jeff, right or middle? Right, maybe? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
They play Cosmo. Oh, we could have just.
We could have Profix.
Oh, Galactus.
Yeah.
I think I want to do this.
Yeah. Please, no Loki.
They can play Loki as well. Aha.
Okay. Yeah. Nebula. Yeah, left. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Dark. I'm like
Left. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
ooh.
Electro. Left. I think middle is safe, maybe right.
Like right, right we know.
Yeah, right.
Also right. Fake Abgalak. Because now we have priority. I think if we snap. No, we don't have priority. Okay. I mean, we're on Daredevil. Snap no matter. Okay, so we can't go. Because we don't have.
No. Can Do you want to ally? Yeah,
I think
I was thinking about Aliyah to kill the Hobgoblin, but
we can as well. That's fine.
and maybe try, I don't know, to move Raptor Daredevil and try a sneaky Galactus, but
Oh.
because we have priority, right? Maybe try a sneaky middle Galactus. Or maybe retreat if it's nah, no way, yeah.
Yes, or deck. Our cards are not.
No.
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 We win. Galactus.
Angela was already at 7.
Yeah, but there was the.
Oh yeah, that's right. Always.
Oh, for now. Well, we know.
I would have played Jeff. Yeah. Daredevil Nebula middle.
Like we can
Yeah.
Hobgoblin. Alioth.
Yeah. Yes. Sounds like a good plan. Okay.
Perfect. Fix this.
And next turn, we are yet here.
Oh,
Yeah.
they can Alioth as.
Yeah, that's true. And you don't have priority.
What happens? 5 so that.
Is there a way to win this? Maybe wave to avoid Kitty Pride and another thing turn after?
Yep.
Because I don't think Profix is winning.
The only.
If you
Left
move
part.
Jeff and play Alec, we win. Yeah.
We have priority.
Oh no. It was smart.
Yeah. All right.
Sad.
At least we know Loki does nothing.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, long session. A lot of things. At least Lockjaw's.
If you were swapping for Dr. Octopus and Lockjaw, what would you swap? Because,
Oh, here.
yeah, just Giganto.
Maybe kill him. He's the flexible.
Okay.
I don't think I would swap a big guy because we play Lockjaw popular anymore, so remove cards that are weak.
Okay, yeah, just swapping the flex slot then. Alright.
I think you either remove for cost, so it's vision, or you remove for flexibility. I think. And in this one, back to the which is there.
You run Iron Lad with Hobgoblin? I'm just...
This is one bad pull, one great pull. This is
Okay.
I'll take my one instead. Like, it's just mathematically much more sense to take the gamble, and also nobody's forcing you to play Iron Lad. Like,
Math sounds good to me then.
right. 2 hours and a half. But we had a lot of things to test, and the games took long. We almost grabbed an infinity ticket while testing. That was good. I think Lockjaw is a good idea. That actually made the Galactus part kind of did what it's supposed to do, which is be a good deck, but it's behind Loki in the rankings. It felt, honestly, during those games. It kind of felt, especially since playing Cosmo, really makes a difference. All right. On this note, everybody to bed. Even the guys in America. Sorry. And I guess
Thank you so much.
we will see you in the next session. Thanks a lot for joining me, and bye bye.
Yeah.